How's it going, guys? And welcome back on the channel. This is a vlog coming to you with another video on Baki Hanma versus Kengen Ashura movie. The two words collided and they gave us quite a show. In fact, we learned as the movie progressed, we learned that there were opponents from Baki Hanma that fought fighters from Kengen Ashura, and it was quite an interesting concept, but that will be for another video. Now today I would like to discuss the fight between Kure versus Jack Hanma. Now before we get into it, please like the video and subscribe. Now these two behemoths right here, Kure versus Jack Hanma. The two fighters are very, very similar. Their characteristics, their demeanor, the way they behave, and overall their concept are quite similar. What do I mean by this? Well, the two like to dominate in their fight. They like to beat their opponent down. They like to talk trash. They like to talk down on their opponent. They like to do whatever it takes to win the fight, which means they mostly fight to kill when the push comes to shove. When they get pushed, they would rather either break bones, break a leg, or kill their opponent. If it has to get to that point, they would definitely kill their opponent. They like to dominate their fight. They like to look down on their opponent. They like to talk trash. They are a-holes. They are alpha male. They just stand out no matter what room they walk into. Let me just put it that. It's simply said. Now, before this fight started, let's first address the reason why these two had to fight each other. Because from the rep, these two don't like wasting time fighting a weaker opponent. They don't like wasting time fighting someone who is weaker than them. They like to fight someone in par with their strength or stronger than them, which is one of the reasons why when they fight to break a bone, break a neck, break something, or kill the person, right? If we go back, we remember that Katahara Matsumoto, the chairman of Kengen Ashura tournament, went to Raian to convince Raian to fight Jack Hanma. Now, when Raian heard about Jack Hanma and his personality, Raian laughed at the situation. He laughed and said a doped up idiot claiming to be strong is a fighting machine. Raian pretty much said that Jack Hanma cannot stand toe-to-toe with him, and for the fact that he claimed, for the fact that he claimed to be a strong fighter, to be a fighting machine, is literally laughable because Jack Hanma is a fake. Jack Hanma is not bred to be a strong warrior like himself. So he literally demeaned Jack Hanma's ability, which is the reason why he chose to fight Jack Hanma, to embarrass him, to dominate him, and even to kill him if he comes down to it. Now, after this conversation, we then got another conversation between Matsunari Tokugawa, the chairman of the underground arena of Baki, speaking to Jack Hanma to convince him to fight Raian. When Jack Hanma heard about Raian, he refused. Right? He refused. He told the chairman, no, I'm not going to fight this guy. I have someone who I'm looking forward to fight. But when Matsunari explained that Raian is a bred, he is inbred warrior, he is bred to be a strong warrior, that you can't get any better than this. Fighting this man would definitely elevate you and prepare you to fight whoever you want to fight next. After the explanation, Jack Hanma sees this, thinks about it, and said, you know what, sure, I will have to fight this guy because, in his own words, he believed that Raian is fake. Raian can't stand in the same ring with him. He's gonna have to embarrass this guy that he's hearing that is an inbred warrior, you know. So these two have a similar traits, and the reason why they had to fight each other makes so much sense because these two are looking to fight someone who who is in par with their ability, who will give them a good thrill of fighting. Now the fight kicks off with the two fighters launching at each other, exchanged a couple of blows, but Jack Hanma got the best of that exchange by kicking Raian to the other side of the ring. Raian smiles, gets back up, and turns up his advanced possessed demon ability, his lineage ability. Now, when this happened, I was like, oh my goodness, what is going on here? This man is not going to waste any time to play with Jack Hanma any further. He could literally see that Jack Hanma is a worthy opponent. He's going to break Jack Hanma, he's going to break his legs, break his neck, or kill him if he has to. Now, once Raian completes his ability, his transformation, he launches at Jack Hanma, delivers a devastating punch that took Jack Hanma to the other side of the ring. He follows it up by grabbing Jack Hanma by his throat, lifts him up, and does the same move that he did to Mokichi Robinson when he broke Mokichi Robinson's neck and launches Jack Hanma to the ground. Now I was like, okay, Jack Hanma is going to get it. Jack Hanma is used to fighting opponents that he dominates totally, but this time things are gonna change. What will Jack Hanma do? How is he going to respond to Raian at this point? Because we've seen Raian, whenever he turns this up, he doesn't stop. He continues to punish his opponent. And the more his opponent try to resist him, the more damage, the more he punishes them, right? As this was going through my head, the next thing I see is Jack Hanma throwing up, and after the throw up, this man starts to transform, a transformation that we have seen before on Baki the Grappler. He used this ability when he fought his baby brother Baki, and when this transformation completed, these two went at it like they are about to kill each other. When this scene starts to happen, I was like, all right, at this point, these two don't stop until their opponent is unable to fight or they kill their opponent, which means these two are going to go at it until until one of them dies. These two continues to exchange blows over and over and over and over again. I was livid where I was. As if that wasn't enough, Jack Hanma decides to he decides to do, like, I think that his fight with Pickle kind of changed his life in some way, shape, or form. Jack Hanma decides to go animalistic. He decides to go barbaric. He decides to go carnivalistic, if I would say that. He launches at Raian and takes chunks out of his skin, right? Raian was like, holy crap, what is going on with this guy? Jack Hanma was just a possessed beast, a possessed demon, a possessed freak. At this point, Jack Hanma is looking to either kill Raian or bite him so much, eat his flesh so much that he will bleed out. And this goes to show, like I said earlier before, just a couple of seconds ago, Jack Hanma's fight with Pickle changed his life. As you can see, Jack Hanma is now reverting to do the same exact thing Pickle does whenever he's about to finish off his opponent. It looks like after the fight, the two fight Jack Hanma had with Pickle, he took, let me just say that he took a couple of playbooks out of Pickle's fight, because this is literally how Pickle's fight. Pickle, whenever he sees fit, he decides to eat his opponent. Somehow, some way, that kind of makes him strong. That kind of, is a way for him to honor his opponent before he kills them. Right? This man starts taking chunks out of Rian, but Rian, on the other hand, did not give up. Rian ain't backing down. These two continues to exchange blow. Jack Hanma looking to take some more chunks out of Rian, and the security martial artist starts to step in to see if they can stop the fight. But even them were too scared to interfere, because they know if you try to stop these two, you are literally putting your life at risk. They know if any one of them try to stop these two, they're going to die, right? So both the chairman of Kengen Ashura and the chairman of the underground fighter on Baki's universe, they were shocked. They didn't know what to do at this point. They were just looking at this and like, you know what? Whatever happens, happens. You know, this has to be decided. This has to be decided. Like, there's no way these two are going to stop. There's no way we can stop this match, because these two are so in tune, they are so involved in this fight, that interference will be the death of the person who is trying to stop these two. So, out of nowhere, ladies and gentlemen, to my greatest surprise, Pico interferes. Pico steps in to stop this fight. Not just Pico, Baki and Tokito Oma had to stop in to separate these two, because they can see that they are the only one who will probably in the best position, who are capable to stop this fight at this moment, because these two will kill each other, right? And I also believe that Baki wanted to stop his brother, because he knows that there's no way his brother will ever stop. His brother doesn't give up. He will just keep going until either he gets injured or he dies. Right? Baki did that to save his brother. And Tokito Oma also gets involved to stop Rian, because he believed that somehow, some way, him and Rian still has an unfinished business, right? Because their match, the way it ended, you could literally tell that maybe these two will meet up once again to fight once more. So at this point, I was like, damn, this fight was a good one. And as weird as the fight started, as weird as it ended, I will say, ladies and gentlemen, this fight is one of my favorite fights in all anime. Why? Because I was not expecting this fight. I did not see this fight coming. This fight surprised me. And again, to know that these two are very similar the way they fight, their demeanor, right? Their motivation, their beliefs when they fight people are very, very similar. They are one in the same. And if the fight had kept going, one of them will probably kill each other. But in the end, I wasn't really, really happy the way the fight ended, although I was content with it, which brings me to ask you guys a question, which brings a question right now. Do you guys agree the way the fight ended, or had there been, or should there have been a winner on this fight? Because the fight, the way it ended, it was a draw, which to me didn't really make sense, based on the fact that the first fight between Sapang versus Karo Hanayama, they made sure that they gave us a winner. Someone had to give up, or not necessarily give up, someone had to stay down to proclaim the other person standing tall a winner. But with this one, due to the fact that these two were not giving up, they were gonna kill each other, but at the end of the day, what do you think? Should they have given us a winner? And who do you think would have won? Personally, Based on the way the fight was going, I think that Rian would have won this fight. But what do you think? Do you think Jack Hanma would have won this fight, or do you think Rian would have won this fight? Now, post your thoughts and let me know what you think on the comment section. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. On that note, stay safe, keep on keeping on. See you in the next video. Oh, yeah.